The story begins by showing a man named Ben, who is preparing for his Cal firefighting exam because he wanted to become a firefighter. He was practicing continuously. However, after some time, Ben's attention is drawn towards the sky where a shining object was continuously moving towards Earth, directly coming closer to Ben. It falls just a meter away from him, creating a large hole in the ground due to its impact. Ben was so scared that he immediately ran away to save his life. The next day, two scientists named Harry and Stuart go there for some research. They discovered that a meteorite had recently fallen from space, and upon investigation, they found a hole in the ground created by the same meteorite. Upon examining the hole, they saw large rocks inside. Harry and Stuart take some samples of those rocks with them for research. When they examine the samples in their laboratory, Stuart discovers something shocking. There is life inside these samples that came from space. What's even more surprising is that these microorganisms were continuously multiplying themselves at an exponential rate, creating multiple forms in seconds. This revelation shocks Harry and Stuart because the evolution process, which usually takes thousands of years, was happening within seconds for these microorganisms. Therefore, Harry and Stuart decide to further research these phenomena and take some of their students back to the same place for more research. But this time, all the rocks inside that hole disappeared, and an eerie environment was created. Under that dim environment, several strange insects were present. These insects looked very weird. As soon as Stuart picked up one of those insects, it struggled a bit when brought out of the hole, but all the other insects remained alive in that smoky area. Stuart understood that these insects needed their own environment to survive, so now Stuart and Harry brought some of those insects with them. However, after a while, they realized that there were only 3 insects left inside the glass. Eventually, they found out that the number of insects had increased inside the glass. It was revealed that these insects were continuously multiplying themselves at an incredibly high speed. Harry and Stuart decided that this could be a significant discovery, but they needed to research everything thoroughly. After confirming all the details, they would inform the military. However, perhaps fate had other plans. When they were about to visit the same place again, they saw that the military had already reached there with their full force. Stuart and Harry quickly went to the military colonel to inquire about what was happening. That's when the colonel informed them that now the entire area was under military control, as they wanted to research the meteorite that fell from the sky. Stuart and Harry said that they had discovered all this first, and their names should be included in all these activities. But the colonel didn't listen to them at all. Actually, Stuart had previously worked with the colonel as a soldier, so the colonel was showing him a bit of respect. At that moment, another scientist named Allison arrived, who was furious with Harry and Stuart for not wanting to hide such a significant discovery from the army. But they believed that they were the ones who first discovered all these things. The colonel made it clear that now all these things fall under the jurisdiction of the army, so they should do as instructed. However, Stuart and Harry also go to court. But the colonel informs the judge about an incident when Stuart, while serving in the military, had caused the death of several soldiers due to a wrong experiment. Upon hearing this, the judge also decides against them, and the entire area remains under the control of the army. Stuart and Harry return to their laboratory, contemplating that they would have to collect their samples under any circumstances. Therefore, they sneak back into the military base where the hole was. Shockingly, all the soldiers were heading towards that hole. However, the security guards began to suspect their behavior. As soon as Stuart and Harry reached there, they saw that the place where the meteorite had fallen had completely changed. The small insects were now transformed into various species of animals, as if it were a whole different small world. But Allison had already found out about them through the CCTV camera and immediately wore her costume to stop them. However, a small flying insect tore through Harry's suit and entered his body, causing him immense pain. Now, everyone was trying to remove the dangerous insect from Harry's body, which was running here and there. So Harry's suit was opened, and a surgical tool was used to remove the insect from his body. But the insect was already dead as soon as it entered our environment. Meaning, the creatures and animals made from that meteorite could survive only in that cave where the environment had been created. On the other hand, now we are shown a band on a party that was working there to earn some money. The boss of the band was romancing by the river with his girlfriend, when suddenly a dangerous creature emerged from the water. It grabbed the boss of the band to take him away, and upon hearing the scream, Ben immediately comes to help him. But he couldn't save his boss, and now that creature attacked Ben as well. But Ben managed to continuously attack it easily. He had been killed while attacking the next day. Ben takes the dead body of that creature to Harry and Stuart's laboratory. Ben told both of them that I found this creature near the nearby river, which was trying to eat humans. Stuart and Harry were also interested because they had never seen this type of creature before, and whether or not this small creature must have come from the same cave. Now here, a house is shown in the city where some old women were having a kiddie party together. Suddenly they hear some noises from their storeroom, and when they open the storeroom door, there was a strange creature standing inside. Although those people felt that it was a different type of dog, as soon as a woman tried to reach out to it, the dangerous creature pulled out its long tongue, grabbed the woman's hand, and the other woman came with a gun to kill that creature. Just then, due to the creature coming into the element, it died on its own. After a while, Stuart, Harry, and Ben come there to investigate all these things. But as soon as they went to the area behind the house, those people saw that many heavy quantities of creatures were dead, who may have come from the same place, but could not breathe in the environmental meaning where the meteorite fell. From that place, many tunnels were built, and all these creatures must have come from there. The three of them were busy investigating when suddenly a dinosaur-like creature rises and begins to lay an egg from its mouth. Although the creature was dead, the baby creature that emerged from the egg was breathing well in the environmental meaning because its birth had occurred right there. Now the flying creature flies away from there and wreaks havoc inside a mall present in the vicinity. Stuart, Ben, and Harry come to the mall with swords in their hands to kill that creature. After enduring a lot of difficulty, the three of them manage to kill the creature. However, as people start to learn about all these things, news of these creatures spreads throughout the country, creating an atmosphere of fear among the public. All the news reporters were saying that in this condition, what will the mayor do? We will have to find out soon. The mayor also began to receive a lot of pressure from above, so he immediately went to the colonel to discuss a solution. He also goes to the colonel quickly to discuss a solution for this matter. Allison was now starting to inform the mayor that all these creatures and microorganisms are developing in large quantities, so within 2 months, they will spread throughout the city. The mayor didn't want to hear anything anymore. He directly demanded a solution. Then Stuart and Harry also came there. So the colonel tells the mayor that all these things are happening because of these two, because they neither go there secretly nor do all these things happen. Now the mayor says, "Just tell me the solution." Then the colonel says that if we had blasted inside the cave, then all those creatures could have been killed. Then suddenly some soldiers explained that a creature like a human was coming out from inside the cave. Everyone had gone there to find out, and now that very human-like dangerous creature, which was a species of human, starts attacking the mayor. He immediately kills that creature with the help of a gun and saves the mayor's life. But by now, the mayor had realized how intelligent and dangerous these creatures were, so he had ordered the colonel to proceed according to his plan and blow them all up with bombs. The two colonels had also instructed Harry and Stuart to leave from there. They meet Allison there, and she had all the evidence with her, which the colonel had seized. Now they all go to their laboratory to find out all this. They had understood that all these creatures cannot survive much in our environment, and their developed capacity is also quite high. But Stuart, who had kept the organisms in his freezer, realized that they were not mixing anymore. On the other hand, Harry throws a matchstick, which had directly gone inside those microorganisms, and now, upon getting heat, all those microorganisms start growing significantly. Stuart and Harry understood that due to the increase in heat, these creatures were growing on their own. However, when all these were in space, the temperature was normal, but after coming to Earth, they started developing. And if the colonel had blasted there, then all these creatures would have become very large and caused destruction. So now, a strange type of periodic table starts appearing on Twyford's back, showing that the element of selenium is hazardous for us in the same way as strict rules are deadly for these microorganisms. but they don't understand from where they will get so much selenium in such a short time. Suddenly, some students of Stuart and Harry arrive, who tell them that there is selenium present in shampoo at 20 parts per million. Therefore, Stuart and Harry came up with a very good idea in which they would go inside a shampoo manufacturing factory and sprinkle a lot of silicate on those creatures. Ben gave another good idea that we could put it inside a firefighting vehicle. So now, without wasting time, they all reached the shampoo factory and started filling the ambulance vehicle with water instead of shampoo. After that, they went to the cave of those creatures to sprinkle shampoo. The colonel had already ordered his military soldiers to blast that place, and now, due to the fire, those tiny microorganisms grew significantly in size, making the building even larger, which continued to destroy everything in front of them. Although the military was firing their artillery, it didn't make much difference on that creature. That's when Stuart and Harry saw that there was just a small opening below that creature, so they took their ambulance to that place and started putting shampoo inside the creature. There was a lot of shampoo stored inside, which started seeping into the creature, causing its entire body to slowly melt away. This means that literally now their plan was beginning to succeed. But the creature was about to fall on their ambulance vehicle. Until this accident happened. Before that, they quickly accelerated the ambulance and moved forward. The creature had now completely disappeared, meaning Ben, Stuart, Harry, and his entire team had successfully completed this mission. For Ben's bravery, he was directly made a firefighting officer. And in this way, our story ends here.